Every great civilization throughout history was built on the backs of the many to benefit the few. We are in a current situation where if we do not change the way that we operate, the way we think, the way we live, that we will go the same way as all those great civilizations have passed. Corruption and greed of the few ends up in the actual destruction of the civilization. If we do not be careful, we will kill the very planet that we live upon, or have her kill us in order to save herself before we kill her. It is time to unite, not in order to then benefit the few, but to benefit the many. Together we are strong. United, there is nothing we cannot achieve. Yet by allowing those which wish to divide us through fear, you are allowing them to conquer you and to conquer generations to come, to conquer your children that have not yet even been born. It is time to stand up. It is time to express yourself truthfully and honestly. It is time to question everything. If you are told something, do not take it to be factual. Question. Look within, as there you will always find the answer. Do not allow for somebody else to make those changes. If you want to see a change happen, first make that change in yourself, and then deliver the information to everybody else. Create the world you wish to see yourself. Do not allow for humanity, for our civilization, to go the same way as all those greats of old. So every choice you make has a consequence. There is never any right or wrong decision. It's what you do after making that decision, making that choice, which defines it as right or wrong. We've come away on holiday to Turkey. We're currently in Ephesus. Last night it was announced that Turkey is now a quarantine area. So when I return, I will have to self-isolate, not being allowed to go out the house for 2 weeks and not being able to see my children for that period of time. In truth, it is all a choice. I chose to come here, so I accept the consequences of it. I choose not to go outside so that I'm then able to see my children after those 2 weeks. If I was to go outside, it would have further consequences. It would be a freedom of choice. We're always free to choose whatever we want. Certain things have severe consequences, and it is dependent on whether it is worth experiencing those consequences to whether you make that choice. There's a lot of people here still on holiday, a lot of people enjoying freedom, but a lot of people still in a state of fear. When you are in a state of fear, you are unable to process information properly. You are unable to think clearly and unable to actually make the correct decision. Anytime that you need to make a choice in life, please stop. Take a few deep breaths in and then ground yourself back into the current moment before making that decision. Sleeping on it is a perfect way to come to a correct decision. So to talk again for a moment about the new quarantine enforcement in Turkey. We've spoke to a lot of Turks here, a lot of Turkish people, and they have all said the same thing. Corona is rubbish, it's all to do with politics. The police are enforcing masks being worn, even driving in your own car, with a fine of up to about €700, which is almost twice a monthly wage. There's been 37 cases of corona in Turkey since the outbreak started. 37. Yeah, it's just been added to the list. In the same time that we've gone from a number 4 to a 1.5 or whatever it is on the severity scale in the UK, and at the same time that they've increased the fine from £1,000 to £10,000. Again, I ask, all that you do is look outside of the box, look at the bigger picture, follow the money. Every decision that is made is to benefit the few and make them more money. It's all to do with slowly putting us into a smaller and smaller box so that eventually they have us. It's the modern way of enslavement. To agree and to pay into a system which all that it does is control and manipulate us to benefit the system, to then further control and manipulate and divide each and every one of us. Again, please, I don't look at statistics. I listen to information and I go on what my gut says. What feels logical? What is common sense? Why does it make sense to be okay to go to the pub yet not see those closest people that you've always known your entire life? Why is it safe for thousands of children to go to school together, even with the bubbles which they exist in, those bubbles of fear which they're getting children to be used to existing in? Go live in your bubble, go stand separate over there in your bubble of fear, your bubble of safety. We're here to keep you safe. Stay within this little line, there you'll be safe. Maybe, but you'll be unable to experience anything outside of that bubble. It's most safe if you don't go outside your house at all. It's most safe if you stay indoors. Perhaps something will fall from the sky and crush you. Perhaps you'll get hit by a bus. Who knows what will happen? But I know, again, that I would rather live freely for a day than enslaved and repressed throughout the entire history that we have so far existed in humanity. We are waking up. We are coming together. We are uniting. And this is why they're so scared. This is why they are doing all they can to further separate and divide and conquer us. So it's up to those of us that can see clearly, that can hear with a crispness and can feel the truth of what is taking place, to defy it in every moment that we can, to stay separated from the fear or from the future projection of an unknown event and want to control it, which causes then that state of panic, anxiety and fear. Once again, fear is an illusion. It's not real. It's a forward projection. It's false evidence appearing real. And we can face everything and rise, or forget everything and run. Now is the time. And the only time that is ever in existence is now. And I ask you all now to join with me, to express your truths, to live freely, to smile truthfully, joyfully, and to stay centered in your heart, spreading love to those that are unable to see it or to feel it within themselves, being that spark of inspiration, leading each other back home. Now and forever, we are in this together. United we stand, and together we rise. I will defy anything and anybody which tries or seeks to control through fear and manipulation. I express myself freely, truthfully and honestly, and this is why I live my greatest life now. Please join me. Please express yourself truthfully and honestly. Please live freely. One day of freedom is better than a lifetime of enslavement. I love you, and I will connect with you again very soon. Love, light, and infinite blessings. Namaste.